On Tuesday night, President Trump delivered his second State of the Union address. Just weeks after the end of a partial government shutdown, he called for bipartisanship and unity. And days before a potential second shutdown, the president said both parties must join together to confront what he's calling an urgent national crisis. I want to bring in our panel, Wired editor-in-chief Nick Thompson. We have Caitlin Huey-Burns, who is a CBSN political contributor. And we have Antoine Seawright, CBSN political contributor and Democratic strategist. And Michael Graham, who is a CBSN political contributor and Republican strategist. So let's start with what we knew going into the evening was supposed to be a theme of unity. I want to play, though, very quickly for our viewers what we heard near the top of the president's address when it became clear that perhaps there would be some twists to this idea of unity.
An economic miracle is taking place in the United States, and the only thing that can stop it are foolish wars, politics, or ridiculous partisan investigations. If there is going to be peace and legislation, there cannot be war and investigation. It just doesn't work that way. We must be united at home to defeat our adversaries abroad.
Okay, so Caitlin, that was quick. Unity and then not so much.
Yeah, exactly. It was, as you described it before, a little sandwich there. I mean, States of the Union are always this call for unity. They always preview it by saying the president wants to bring people together. What's different about this president, though, is that he doesn't aim for this, right? He likes the fight. He likes to call out his opponents. There was reporting earlier in the day when he had the the off-record conversation lunch with various anchors, and the reporting was that he called out his enemies and used some very terse terms for people he's been sparring with. So this is a president, though, that really likes these opportunities. I mean, he's a very unconventional president, to say the least, but he likes these States of the Union, these addresses to the public in this kind of formal setting where he can appear to look presidential with the American flag, with the Congress, and the whole pomp and circumstance of it.
I mean, Michael, it was very much red meat to the base, it sounded like there. I mean, we were surprised. I remember when that part came on, I thought to myself, well, we were talking about how he wasn't going to raise the prospect of investigations, and yet there it was for everyone to hear.
Well, you can't have war and legislation and investigation and
Apparently
gyration and war. What is it good for? I think Edwin Starr asked. Absolutely nothing. Say that again.
Does it surprise you, though?
No, I mean, this is exactly what we expected from Trump, which is he was going to talk about unity in the context of everyone should unify with me and do what I want to do. But I also think the people who support Trump really are upset by the way that the investigation has been handled. And none of them say Trump is innocent. I've never heard anyone say, oh, he didn't do anything. What they always say is, look at how this is being handled. Look, at one point you had the FBI deciding they were going to investigate the president as a possible Russian agent on their own. I mean, it is a very twisted tale. And Trump is able to feed that. The people who are investigating him, or some would say trying to get him, are giving him the ammo. And so he took the opportunity tonight to throw that bone to his audience.
Hypothetically, he could have actually addressed the investigation in a way that people would have reacted much better to. He could have gone up there and said, look, I'm giving everything I can to Robert Mueller. I am helping this investigation. But it is absurd. They have done this. They have questioned this. They have stepped out of bounds this way. Could he have done that, or is it too risky?
I think it was a mistake. I mean, it was so funny. Before the event, we were all talking about how he's not going to do what Nixon did. 1 year of Watergate's enough. 2 years of Mueller is too much. Why mention it? But I thought that Antoine had a good point that President Trump inevitably will go to his comfort zone, and fighting against the witch hunt is in his comfort zone.
Well, his comfort zone is tonight. Just put the campaign trail scenario and replaced the crowd tonight with his rally crowd of his campaign, and there you have tonight. This is his comfort zone. But you know, this speech started out breaking protocol because Speaker Pelosi had never introduced the president.
Tell us about that, right? So we've been seeing notes about this. What normally happens?
For years, you know, the short guy who has the amazing voice comes in, the president of the United States. He comes in and does his thing, and then the president greets everyone, and then the speaker is supposed to.
Short guy with amazing voice.
I drew a blank on the name. The speaker is then supposed to introduce the president of the United States. That didn't happen. He went straight to his speech, and again, I think it was one, his nervousness, awkwardness of the moment, but two, I think he wanted to get right into his comfort zone, get right to what he wanted to do, and that was speak to his base.
Yeah. Well, Nancy Pelosi was supposed to introduce him, from what I understand, right?
Yeah, that's protocol.
So I do also, though, want to point out, because even as we saw the president really make some sharp sort of attacks there, at the same time, there were also these unscripted moments, and I want to play what is the back end of one of those moments here. You recall, we've been talking about in the lead up to the State of the Union how many of the female Democratic House members were going to be wearing white, the color of the suffragette movement. So let's go ahead and watch what happened here with the president and some of those female lawmakers.
And exactly 1 century after Congress passed the constitutional amendment giving women the right to vote, we also have more women serving in Congress than at any time before.
Okay, so the setup to that was he was talking about jobs and jobs being filled by women, more women filling these jobs. And he said all Americans can be proud that we have more women in the workforce than ever before. And there was a certain irony, Caitlin, that seemed to sort of dawn on the crowd there. And, of course, many of the female lawmakers responded enthusiastically.
Right. Their version of jobs were jobs in Congress, which they won overwhelmingly in a lot of these areas and in reaction to the president, which is very much fueling the Democratic base, fueling not only in the midterms, but also, you know, heading into the 2020 race. We have several women candidates in the running or about to announce. Amy Klobuchar made some news tonight. She's a senator from Minnesota. She said, stay tuned. Sunday, she has an announcement to make on the presidential, probably a presidential announcement of some sort. So more women getting into this race to challenge him. But, you know, credit to the president, he engaged it and kind of let it be. The irony was very much apparent.
Caitlin, I think that was a very awkward moment for him.
It was awkward, but he engaged it.
If you took a look at his face, he almost like someone drained the life out of his moment.
He did. To be clear,
I feel like Trump can take credit in his own mind for everything.
No doubt he's going to fool himself. There's no doubt about that.
And what I didn't mention is that after that, there were chants of USA, USA, right? Which is what we hear at the MAGA rallies, Michael.
What was the over-under on Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez chanting USA at this speech? I don't know.
Right. And then he said, that's great, really great.
Also, what did you think of the moment where they were singing happy birthday to one of the people that President Trump recognized? I mean, it really was. This is kind of the Trump thing.
That speech was more audience engaging than normal State of the Union speeches, whether it was the happy birthday moment, it was the chants of USA. This was a very audience engaging speech, State of the Union speech.
It's interesting, the ratio of like amount of time for the speech and the substance when you compare to Stacey Abrams, right? Because she's not, well, because the speech was very substantive, and because she's not interrupted and people don't sing happy birthday in the middle of the speech, she goes for about 10 minutes and she covers, she's got about 15 issues in here that we didn't cover in the State of the Union.
Right. All right. Well, that is all the time we have right now.